You must be wondering, what am I dancing for? What is this all about? This is all about you, each one of you. This is a gratitude podcast. And I'm sure you must be wondering, what's with the gratitude podcast? This is a gratitude to each one of you. Hi, this is Rachna Khanna. I'm your host for the Daily Life Hero podcast. And today we mark the 10th episode. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I always thought that I would be done and dusted by 5 or 6 podcasts maximum. But I know my purpose, my journey, my goal is much more than that. I did not know that I'll come that far, and I know I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to move further. And this is just the start. I want to celebrate every milestone. This is the 10th episode, and I want to dedicate this episode to each one of you because you matter. Because of you, I'm here. And I really want to continue to contribute and grow with each one of you. I want to thank each one of you because you matter, because you stopped by and you're listening to me, because you stopped by and you hit a subscribe button, because you stopped by and you listened to the podcast. Thank you for sharing all your comments. Thank you for sharing all your love because it matters. It does matter because you matter. And I always keep telling to everyone that you never know you would be helping one of us because I'll tell you my story. How this all started. Why is this so important to me? Why this matters to me? Today is all about this podcast. Today is all about the daily life heroes. Today, I'm going to talk about my story. Today, I'm going to talk about why I want to touch, move, and inspire 1 million people. Why does it matter to me so much? And why does it matter that I do it with all of you? Because I want to do it and I'm not going to stop. Absolutely not. And how I'm going to do it? I'm going to do it with all of you, with me by my side. So let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Rachna Khanna, your host for the Daily Life Hero podcast. I want to take this opportunity today to tell you what is my mission and why is it important to me. What is my vision and why I'm doing this? Take a U turn to yourself. You are the owner of your own universe, which is safe, eternal, love forever. Yes. Heroes are ordinary people who make themselves extraordinary. I truly believe in this, and you will know why. Why this is so close to me, and why I appreciate the little gestures of our heroes of a daily life. For me, celebrations has always been big. It has always been in mind. And I always thought that how is it that I can make it a habit that I celebrate everything? I wanted to talk about how small things matter. Like, for example, if I lose something, there is a message in it, there is a lesson in it. And I wanted to dig deep, which I did not understand before, but now I understand. And you would know in some few minutes why I'm saying this. I launched this podcast to celebrate everyday heroes who make a difference through small acts of resilience and courage. By sharing authentic stories, I aim to inspire 1 million people by 2030. I know that's a big goal for me, but I'm not stopping. Even if it means I have to show up daily and tell you and move you and tell you matter. You are loved and you're worthy of everything and you deserve. I would do that. I'm not going to stop. My goal is to raise awareness, create curiosity, and provide guidance to those who need it. My mission does not only means that I want to touch, move, and inspire people, but it is a mission to reignite their authentic selves, connect with their inner child, creating lives which are filled with possibilities, actions, achievements, because that is possible. I have done it myself. I know it is possible. And I want to inspire people enough that they do that and take that action, which they have been meaning to take it, but they couldn't. And I want to inspire them to take that action. How did I have this vision? I always wanted to do something. I always knew that there is something else and there is something more to me, but I did not know what it was. My mission is dedicated to my late brother, Kapil Ramchandani. We both were born to the same family back in my hometown, my country, India. Everybody has a story. Every child has a story. Every parent has a story. I have a story as well. But I want to tell you and draw your attention. What is it behind all this? Why is this so important for me? And why this awareness is so important for me that I want people to know? Because my brother did not know. I did not know. And there are so many of us who don't know yet. And I want to create this ripple effect. And I want people to know that they are loved and they're not alone. The year 2020, it wasn't easy. And I know for sure it wasn't really easy for many of us. I see you. I do see you. And I know it was hard for you, as it was hard for me, and it was hard for many of us. I struggled to find a sense of purpose to live. I was just a little girl in my brother's kingdom, in my brother's eyes, who protected me and made me feel so safe. I don't even remember since when. I don't remember. I don't have a recollection. But I know he loved me so much. He always protected. He always wanted to give me so much more. And I felt safe. All I had to do is pick up a phone and call him and ask him, "Oh, I'm not feeling good. What should I do?" And he used to say, "It's okay. I'm here. You got this." That's all he had to do. I did not know then what was the magic. I did not know what was going on in his world, but I felt safe. Like a little sister, I just wanted him to take care of me, not knowing he may be going through something. I loved him and I wanted to make sure that he's loved. I wanted to make sure that he's safe. From a perspective, whatever I little I knew at that point of time, I always thought that he was a strong man. He had that strong integrity. He had that strong intelligence, how to look after themselves. Little did I know that there was a lot which was going behind the scenes. 2020, in on the 16th of April, I get a call from a stranger who picks up, I pick up a call and I say, "Yes, how can I help?" And it was early morning here in Perth. And they said, "I am your brother's friend and your brother is critically ill." I was like, "Who are you?" I wanted to disconnect the call because you don't want to take that call which have a news which is not pleasing, which is uncomfortable, which sounds unreal. I did disconnect the call. She called back again and she said, "I'm not joking. Your brother is critically ill." I said, "Yeah. What is happening? Where is he?" And they said, "He's got multiple heart attacks. He is critical." And I did not like the way she was emphasizing that he is critical because it was a disbelief that something had happened to my brother. And I was like, no. I called my husband immediately and I asked him to please come home. I am not sure what is wrong with my brother, but there is a lady on the phone who is telling me that he is critical. Can you come back home? And he came back home. He called that person, that beautiful soul, and she did mention again that my brother is critical. COVID was at peak. People were moving haywire from to their countries. My brother also wanted to come back to his father in India, but he couldn't because everything was locked. COVID was at peak. Everybody was scared. They did not know what is going to happen. It was so difficult. I cannot even imagine what was that time right now, that how was I surviving at that point of time. Little did my father knew that what is the call going to be. My husband called him, telling him that his son is critical. When we called my father, my husband spoke to my father and he said, "Hello, Dad, your son is critical." He got a shock of his life. He couldn't believe. He was in disbelief. And he said, "He'll be fine. I know. I believe that he'll be fine." Because my father believed and I believed it as well. I just didn't want to listen to anything else. And we kept praying that I just pray to God that he's okay. He wasn't okay. He wasn't okay. I knew this, that he's not going to make it. But consciously, I didn't want to accept it. I kept fighting. I kept fighting doctors. I kept fighting that he has to live. I kept talking to him. He was unconscious, but I kept talking to him that you have to come back. I kept sending him messages, which I knew that he's not going to read it because he's unconscious. On 26th of April, we were told that we have to let him go. And I have to give a call to my father early morning at around 3:30 a.m. that my brother is going to go. I refused. I said, I'm not going to wake up my father. I'm not going to lose him. I am not sure if he's going to take this news very gently. I did not wake him up. My brother was taking last few breaths, and my uncle told me, call your father. It's time. We have to send him. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And I called my father and I told him, it's time that we have to say goodbye to our beloved. And we did. It was a heartbreaking moment for me to see my father not crying, but crying loud enough, saying goodbye. Look after yourself wherever you're going. It broke my heart. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to lose my father. It wasn't. One of my friends who was there with my father, I told her, can you look after my father? Because I'm not sure if I can. Because I had not slept in the last 10 days. I'm not sure what's going to happen now. I don't want to lose my father. She did. So, Pooja, thank you for looking after my father. And then, yeah, rituals, ceremonies, we had to do it all. But you know what? The pain remains, the grief remains. My brother was gone, and I was grieving. My father was grieving. My father couldn't come. I couldn't go to US. We couldn't attend his funeral. We did it virtually, but we could not even touch or feel him. He was all alone by himself, surrounded by a group of people who he met just few months ago. And I was like, wow, he must have done so well with this community that they're taking care of him, especially this one beautiful woman who did all the rites for him. We kept watching virtually. We couldn't have traveled. Nobody was allowed to travel. My only motive was to bring my father to Australia. I have no idea how many times I would have applied for his visa, for his request that he should be allowed to come. He's grieving. He's not okay. I'm not okay. I'm suffering. My father is suffering. He has to be allowed to be here. But no, nobody was allowed. I couldn't see my father for long 2.5 years. The longest time I ever have not seen my father. I was grieving, panic attacks, anxiety, everything came on surface. I did not know what was happening. Every day I thought I'm gonna go, I'm gonna die. Every day, every call, my father is gonna go, my father is gonna die. I'm gonna be all alone, nobody's gonna be with me. And I started working very hard. I started working so much that I don't remember. I don't have a memory that when was it that was not working, whether it was a homework or whether it was professionally. I kept working. I did not want to connect with myself. I was so disconnected and numb that I did not know what was going on. And then we get a news, 2021, December 29th, my mother-in-law passed away. I lost another person from my life. Not only did I lose her, it felt like I lost faith, trust. And my daughter asked me, Mama, what is going to happen to me if you die? I didn't have any answer to give. I panicked and I ran and I ran and I ran. I did not want to face her. I did not want to give any answers to her. I didn't have any answer because I was so scared. I was so scared within my own body that I did not think I could make it another day. It was painful. It was harsh. It was difficult to survive. Every day was a pain. Every day was dark. I did not know that I would make up another day. Same for my father. I did not think he will make another day. My only focus to bring him. And then my father-in-law as well. We couldn't attend my mother-in-law's funeral as well. Two major losses in my life, in our life, and we could not go and attend funerals. It was all done virtually for us. You understand the gap, you understand the distance, you understand what is going on. Finally, my father joined. My father-in-law joined. COVID settled, people were allowed to travel, and then both our fathers joined. And then my father told me, I want to go back to India. I have a lot of work to do. I freaked out. And I said, what? I'm still in 2020. I saw him moving on with his life. And I said, I want to go back. I have a lot of work to do. I wanted to grieve with him. I wanted to sit with him. I wanted to cry with him. But nothing of that sort happened. All my emotions, all my fears came on surface. And this time, visits to emergency hospital were like almost every month because I did not know what was happening to me. I did not know if I will live. And there were thoughts that it's so difficult to live, might as well do something else with my life. I remember I was grieving so much and I was suppressing so much about my grief about my brother that I always projected myself as so strong, that I'm such a strong person, that I did not let my father know that I was grieving. Until one day my father-in-law told my father that your daughter needs you. You both need to grieve. But before that, I remember I was having antidepressant in my hand. And on the other hand, I was talking to my father. And I was about to take whatever number of medicines which were there to pop in my mouth because the pain was so much that I didn't want to. And I was speaking to my father. And I said, that was the ever first time I told him, I miss him. I really miss him. And I'm not sure what is going on. I don't seem to move on. I don't seem to have any solace or peace or calmness within me. And I have a feeling that I'll die, you will die, and what will happen to my daughter? I had that, I had lost that sanity in my heart and my mind that everything or things can be normal. I did not feel myself. I was so disconnected. And I was speaking to him and I told him for the first time that, hey, I miss my brother and I do not know what is going on. And he asked me a question. I said, I have lost my son, darling. And I know he has gone and he's not going to come back, but he's still with us. What happened to you? When did you stop trusting God? And that was the moment I dropped the antidepressant and I was talking, it was a video call. And I was talking, I looked at him and I said, wow, what is this question? I did not even think about it. I'm thinking about me that I'm not sure what is going to happen to me. And now he's asking me, do I trust God or have I stopped trusting God? And I was like, okay, let me think about it. That is the day there was something that changed me. It was my calling. I started working. And I started working and let me remind you, or not remind you, let me share with you. In all this time, I was going to psychologist. My counseling sessions were on. I had a very good support system of family and friends, but nobody understood what I was going through. Nobody wanted to talk any uncomfortable thing because they don't know, and it's not their fault. They don't know. We are not educated in that stream. And that's why I am talking to you. And then when I used to speak to my psychologist, my counselor, they used to listen to me. I'm not saying they never heard me. They really heard me. But there was nothing which was happening at a deeper level. I was still grieving. I was still grieving. And I was hopeless. I was working so hard. I was doing everything in my capacity that I'm not feeling the feelings. I would do everything not to feel the feeling because it was too dark and scary. And when my father asked me, when did I stop trusting God? I kept talking to myself. I kept asking that question. Did I stop trusting God? And I did not know what to say to myself. In the morning, I woke up and I said, you know what? I have a feeling that I did not stop trusting God. I stopped trusting me. And I do not know when was the last time I trusted myself. And then there was a burst of emotions. I cried and cried. And then that year we were planning to go back to India because we had to close a lot of my brother's account and we had to do a lot of things. Whatever properties were under his name, we had to settle them. That was a huge task, a emotional baggage was there with me. And said, okay, I'll go to India and I'll get this sorted. And I thought I will get my closure. There was a voice in my head. You can do this, Rachna. Go to India. You will find your answers. Because I wanted to know why the hell my brother went. It wasn't his time. He didn't have to go. Why am I taking care of my father? Why nobody is taking care of me? Why I have to do this? I don't understand any logic. He was so strong. He had his things arranged. He knew exactly. He was an art of living teacher. He knew exactly what he got to do. And I was deeply inspired to really know the reason, what was the reason why it was his time. We went to India. As I said, it was a big emotional roller coaster. I don't remember a day I did not cry. I don't remember a day I did not have panic attack or anxiety. It was so difficult. Sitting with the banker, listening and crying. Sitting with anyone, listening and crying. That was all I was doing. And people were thinking I'm too emotional, something is wrong with me, I'm depressed, I am not okay. Yeah, all of it was right. Nobody wanted to talk the real thing. Everybody wanted to just brush it off. Rachna, come on, you can do this, you can be better off, move on. It's okay. Shit happens. I know, shit happens. But I really want to heal myself, but I did not know how. And then one of my brother's friend met me in India. And I said, do you know why this happened? And it felt like my brother spiritually was there with us. And I felt that vibration, a strong vibration. And then his friend told me, because there is a purpose that you need to fulfill. And I was like, what? What do you mean? What purpose? And he said, you will know it. It's okay. And he gave me one gentleman's number. He said, just speak to him. Whatever you are feeling right now, he will tell you what you need to do. I said, okay. Because I wanted to get rid of the pain, the anxiety, the fears that I have in my body, I could not sustain, I could not just move on. I thought, okay, I'll get in touch with this person. And I got in touch with this person. And you know what this person told me? Krishna, there is nothing wrong with you. This was the first person who told me that there is nothing wrong with me. You need to grieve. And I yelled at him. I said, what do you mean I need to grieve? I am grieving for the last 2.5 years now. What do you mean I have to grieve? He didn't say anything. He said, it's okay. You would know. And it's okay. I didn't understand why. He said, just heal. That's all you got to do. You just need a deeper state of healing. And I took a deep breath. I don't understand you. Oh my God. I came back to Australia. Panic attacks, anxiety. Yeah, it was back. And I decided to write. I decided to start writing. I wrote so much, and I think it is a thick book. I wrote so much. Whatever I was feeling on day-to-day basis, I started writing. I started writing everything. And when I started writing, there was one thing that I wrote that I want to claim myself back. And I know it is going to happen. I don't know how, but I know it is going to happen. And I'm going to be in my healthy state of mindset and my heart. It is going to get better. And I just wrote it and I left it. And I wrote a few of my goals right in front of me. What is it that I want to do this year? That was 2023. And I was looking after some courses. I said, I want to share what is going on. I want to contribute. I know there's so many people who are like me, who are suffering right now. And I really want to go back and see what is it that I can do. I want to develop myself. I want to have a new skill set now. And I wanted to do something new. And I remember that in 2019, when my brother was alive, I attended one of the course from the International Coaching Institute. I was like very passionate and I wanted to do that particular course. And I did speak to my brother, I remember, and I told him that I really want to do that. And my brother told me that time, of course, I'll fund you, go. And I said, no, as a good sister, I said, no, I don't want your money. You invest in yourself, I'll do it. Well, his money came to me and I invested in the right place. I hopped onto that particular course and I said, I want to join this course for my personal development. They interviewed me. They asked me, what's going on? Why do you want to do this course? And I said, I want to develop myself. And I started crying. I did not know what was happening. I just started crying. And the person on the other end kept listening. And I'm like, oh my God, why is she listening? She's so creepy. Who wants to listen to a crying person? I was so vulnerable at that point of time. I did not know what was going on. And she said, it's okay. You can join this course and you can start healing yourself. So, what are you trying to tell me? She said, I'm going to assign you a mentor and a coach, and they're going to start coaching you. I said, okay, sounds good. And then she added me to a group of coaches where they offer absolutely complimentary sessions where I can be in touch with them. Not all complimentary sessions, but about sometimes it's 3 sessions, sometimes it is 6 sessions. It depends. And they said, just tell them that you are looking for coaching. I said, okay. I did not believe her. Whatever. So this is a coach who calls me and said, how are you going, Rachna? I said, I'm going good. Mask. A good mask was in front of me. I said, yeah, I'm going good. And she said, okay, tell me what is good about your day and tell me everything. I'm excited. And I'm like, what? Why are you excited? Why do you want to know about me? And then you have no idea. That person held space for me. That person made me feel unhuman. That person was just holding space for me. And that inspired me to know what was going on with my brother. I never remember, except in my childhood and growing up with him, but in the past recent years, did we ever speak to each other and ask each other, what is going on in your life? What is happening? Tell me everything. When was the last time we just heard each other, not asking, just listened. And then I reflected back, oh my God. Then I started reading his messages. I felt that he was sad because he used to send across videos and other things. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God. He was not okay. He was going through a tough journey. He had a very difficult childhood. His marriage was not successful. It was not even consummated. He was all alone by himself and he was going through all this difficult time in his life. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I need to know. There has to be something. He has gone through so much in his life. What are the reasons why would anybody get a heart attack? What are the reasons why would anybody get a diabetes? And that inspired me to go deeper and understand the anatomy. I wanted to understand how body emotions work. And I wanted to really know what was going on with my brother. I get it. My brother is no more, and I cannot do anything about it. But I can do to so much more to so many people. I can tell them that they can heal themselves because there are so many people like my brother who do not know that they have resources. They have people around them who can listen to them because you matter, because everything about you matters. And I wished that I could go back in time and I could tell my brother that he mattered. And then I remembered. his friend's words. You would know your purpose. You would know what he has left for you. And I know this was the first time I was listening to my voice. You have your purpose. It's my time. I'm not stopping here. I was crying. I was shaky. I was everything. And I had a burst of emotions at that point in time that scared me. And I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? How can I serve people? How can I tell them they matter? My coaching journey started then. It was my coach who truly began to ask the right set of questions, and I began to understand. And I addressed what were the underlying issues with me. What was causing my chest pain? What was causing pain in my entire body? What was causing anxiety and panic attacks? They were the wounds in my, the wounds were not just then. The wounds I have been carrying since my childhood. I understood why I did not feel worthy. I understood why I want to just rub away my pain. I understand I have always been suppressing. I was not allowed to express. I was not allowed to laugh. I was not allowed to do anything what I wanted. And I became a rebel for some time. And then I understood, oh my God, I know why I'm a perfectionist. I know why I function the way I function. I get it now. But there are so many people like me who don't, who have no awareness of what they do and how they do it, why they don't feel confident, why they are overly modest, why they keep shying away from taking opportunities, why they don't feel safe, why they are triggered, why they are always blaming others, why they're not taking responsibility. I get it. Through my transformative coaching session, I have learned and I have reclaimed myself. I'm a different version of Rachna. I know me. I am home to me. And I know what I am. And I know I'm good. Nobody's going to tell me that move on from my grief. No, because I know when to do and how to do it. My love for my brother is never going to go away because he mattered. He has given me a purpose, and I will make sure that I touch, move, and inspire 1 million people by 2030. It is just the start. I know I'm celebrating and dedicating this 10th episode to everybody who will tune in to this and who is not going to tune in and who's going to share this because this matters. Do you know the best compliment I received from my 15-year-old daughter? Mama, thank you so much for whatever you're doing. I love you more. You hold space for me. I'm allowed to express myself. I can be anything I want. Thank you so much, Mama. You're so different now. I feel so safe with you because I started feeling safe with me. That was the best compliment I could have ever imagined my daughter would give it to me, who once asked, what will happen to you if you, what will happen to me if you die? It changed everything. My relationships, my boundaries, my self love, my compassion has gone at another level just because I was able to tap into my own self, my authentic self. You can do it too. All the guests that I've had, they've had major discoveries in their life, major, and they've all have tapped it into their inner child, into their core, into their authentic self. I declared that I'm not going to stop. I declared that I'm going to contribute back to people's life and tell them that you're loved, that you're worthy, that you deserve, and you matter because you do matter, because we matter, because everybody matters. We are whole and complete. I'm home, my core home, because now I know. I just know I'm home. My relationship with people are absolutely different now. I don't have to please them anymore. I'm just me. I'm not saying my people pleaser attributes have gone entirely. No, they take over. but I'm super aware of it. Okay, Rachna, what is going on? And I step back. I'm much more relaxed. I'm much more calmer. With over 25 years of experience in learning and development, and I bring an extensive knowledge and passion in the skills that I have. I have run, I don't even remember, maybe I've covered 6,000 people in training, facilitation, face to face, online, virtual training, and my pure 100 coaching hours on just getting in touch with your inner child and healing. This gives me profound joy. This gives me profound healing when I see other people's breakthroughs because I know I've been there and I know you can do it too. I have developed a program and it is going to be live soon. It is Ultimate Quest to Know You. There are about 36 questions which are designed to know you from your childhood. Whatever triggers you today, I know you can be healed. But that's for another day. Then I'll launch and talk about it. But today, I just wanted to tell my story. I wanted to tell why I'm doing this. I aim to cultivate an environment where personal growth is celebrated, where personal flaws are celebrated. I aim to provide resources, knowledge. I want to do community workshops and support and empower individuals to explore their dreams and make them reality because it is possible. I know it is possible. And, and I hope to foster this lifelong commitment to self improvement for myself, lifelong learning. And through this mission, I aim to cause a ripple effect, celebrating life, death, joys, sorrows, everything in between. I promise I want to do this, and I will do it. My heroes that I have as a guest on my podcast, they're just everyday people who work hard, who are honest and have integrity. What is it that drives you to become your best self every day? You know what? Each episode that I have, it is about endurance, it is about resilience, it is about grace, it is about how do you navigate your daily or routine, or how do you honor yourself? What is it that you do that makes you who you are? How can you tap into your own emotional sanity? How can you be just home with love? How is it that you can do it things from the place of love? Oh, and there is so much more that I want to do. In my podcast, where people come, they share real-time stories. They share what is practical. They share what is doable. Because if you're juggling from a work, personal, professional aspirations, they share stories and insights that remind you that every step in your journey matters and every step is significant. I want to tell you, and I want to take this opportunity that being a hero doesn't mean that you succeed every time. No. Being a hero only means that you're trying and you're not settling for less. I strongly encourage you, if you're listening to this podcast and you are inspired by my story and the stories that we have shared in our earlier episodes, tune in for future. Tune in and your future self will thank you. Tune in for realistic advice. Tune in for coaching principles, optimizing solutions, environment, self reflection, strategies to success. And how is it that you can stay motivated? And so much more. These are heartfelt conversations, inspiration to you that you need to recognize a hero within you. You don't have to be a hero for others. You don't have to be a hero for your family, but you got to be a hero for yourself. Because when you're a hero for yourself, you become a hero automatically for others. A hero can be afraid, but a hero never runs away. And I have realized that. No more running. I claim me. I claim all my fears. And I celebrate all my fears because they're a part of me. They're not different to me. Each story, including today's, it is deeply compelling. It is profound. It offers unique insights who helps you to nurture your inner child. It embraces self-compassion. We explore the challenges and triumphs of balancing work and family, personal growth and self care. All our heroes are great, and their stories about failures. Their stories about what is it that they could not do, and their stories about resilience. Through candid conversations and practical advice, we connect with people. They are shedding the light on how they navigate their routines in spite of all their fears, despite how they feel in their body. We are head on, facing all the challenges. And remember, yes, you're the hero of your story. Own your story because you matter. Yes, you're perfect just the way you are. You're born whole and complete. I hope I have been able to serve you today. I do hope I was able to inspire you through my story. And I was able to tell you why this podcast is so important because I really want to touch home and inspire people. And I want to create that ripple effect where people know that self care, self love, compassion, integrity, being a hero within yourself, which means taking care of your needs, taking care of yourself is the most important thing in the world because you're present to yourself, you're present to others automatically. From the art of creating a balanced morning ritual to finding moments of peace amidst chaos. It's not going anywhere. Fears are not going anywhere. Life is meant to give us ups and downs. It is us who can balance it out. It is us, it is our choice. What is it that we want to do? Do we want to suffer or do we want to move on? Do we want to move on with grace, with love in our heart, and just move in the direction? The Daily Life Hero podcast provides you with tools and inspirations to face your day with confidence, with grace. Whether it is stories of overcoming obstacles or maintaining your mental and emotional well being, or insights on how to cherish every moment with simple little tools and resources that you will find in each episode. Every episode gives you something. You just have to tune in and listen. I promise you will find so much more in that. Join us as we honor the extraordinary acts of courage and self love that defines our daily existence. Because in the journey of life, every step you take matters. You deserve to celebrate the hero within. You deserve to know you. Get ready to be inspired. Take actions. Unleash your inner hero every day. Subscribe now. Start your heroic journey with us. Have a wonderful rest of the year, day, wherever you are in the world, because you matter. And I see you. Thank you so much. I am beyond grateful. I'm beyond happy that I get to do what I love. And this 10th episode is a dedication to all of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Keep sharing and keep sharing your love. I love you. I know you know that I love you. Thank you.